stop. Before you upload your next video, there are 3 YouTube settings you need to check right now. So 2 of them should be turned on. 2 of them should be turned on. Let's check for them. 2 of them should be turned on, and 1 should be turned off. Okay. If you get this wrong, you are literally limiting your reach before the algorithm even takes your video. This is not about thumbnails. This is not about titles. This is about distributions. And most creators have no idea this is happening. Let's fix it. Now, why this matters? YouTube works in phases. Okay, phase 1, test with subscribers. Whatever content you post is always tested with your subscribers. Okay, so that is the first stage, tested with your subscribers. Then phase 2, push to browse and suggestions. And phase 3, wider distribution. If phase 1 is weak, the rest collapses. So, and what is that phase 1? Phase 1 is that your content that you upload is always going to be pushed to your subscribers first before it gets pushed to the browsers and suggested to other people, and then before it goes to wider distribution. So, and these settings directly affect. So if phase 1 is weak, the rest will collapse. Okay, and these settings directly affect phase 1. Okay, so let's go inside YouTube Studio. So if you want to go to YouTube Studio now, inside YouTube Studio, right? When you go inside YouTube Studio, you want to go and check for the first settings, 2 settings that you need to actually turn on, right? Now, what it does. So the first one you're going to turn on, you have to turn on publish to subscription feed and notify subscribers. So that's the first settings that we need to turn on. So, and then what does it do? If this settings is off, you can see that automatically now it's actually on. If the settings is off, your subscriber may not see your videos in their feeds. This may not be, they may not be notified whenever you post new videos. So which means that low initial click-through rate, weak early engagement, poor testing data, slower algorithm push. That first 24 hours, it's very critical. So make sure that this your publish to subscriber feed and notify subscriber is always turned on. If YouTube doesn't get strong signals early, your video struggles to expand. How to turn it on? So to turn it on, simply go to your YouTube Studio. So just like we are now, let's try and get another so make sure that the YouTube you are using is one that you are already using for posting of content. If it's not the one they're already using for posting of content, you might not get that access to the setting. So you make sure that it's one that you're already using to post videos, right? So at least you should have 1 or 2 videos in that regard. So let's go and check this video, this channel. So you want to go straight to YouTube Studio. So once you go to YouTube Studio, you want to go to your content. When you go to your content, then you want to click on edit your content. So once you click on edit your content, you need to scroll down to the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom. So where you're going to see your YouTube license, and yeah, so this place where you're going to see standard YouTube license. Ensure that this place under this your publish to subscription feed and notify subscriber is actually turned on. It's very, very important. So you go to your YouTube Studio, click on your content, select your video, scroll down or show more, then make sure this is checked. Make sure that this is shared. That's the first one. So publish to subscription feed and notify subscribers. If it's unchecked, you need to or to what you need to turn it on. Okay, you want YouTube testing your video with your core audience first. Now, the next one, you want to turn on allow embedding. So the next one is why this tool is very important. Why is this very, very important? To allow embedding. So this one that you see that is checked now, why is it important? Okay, now let's talk about allow embedding. If this is off, your video cannot be embedded on blogs, websites, new articles, online community. And what does it mean? It means that no external traffic, no backlinks, no additional watch section, and YouTube loves external traffic. It sends strong signals to authority. So more section time, more traffic sources, more credibility. So how to turn it on now? So in the same show more section by going to your YouTube studio. So in the same way you were able to access the first one. Okay, so just go to your YouTube studio and then come to your content. Once you come to your content like this, you now come to any of your videos that you already have posted. You want to make sure you now edit any of the videos. Once you edit any of the video, okay, so make sure that allow you scroll down to the bottom. You're going to see where you have YouTube standard YouTube license. So underneath it, that is where you are going to have allow embedding. So make sure that this also is turned on. Make sure that this is actually turned on. So if it's turned off, I say your video cannot be embedded on blogs, websites, news articles, online communities, and to external traffic. So no backlink, no additional watch section, and YouTube love external traffic. It sends strong signals to authority, right? It sends strong signals to authority, and more section time is going to be drawn, more traffic sources, and more credibility. How to turn it on? Also go to your YouTube studio, just like we are in our YouTube studio now. Then from there, you want to go to from that your YouTube studio, you want to make sure that you go to your content. So let me go back. You want to make sure that you go to your content. When you go to your content, right, you click on your content, and then these are the content that you have actually uploaded. So make sure that you come to where you can edit the content. And once you've edited the content, scroll to the bottom under your YouTube standard YouTube license. You're going to see the two settings that you need to toggle on. They allow embedding. I've already explained to us why it needs to be toggled on. So in the same show more section, make sure allow embedding is turned on. There is no reason to limit distribution. You want your video everywhere. Now, if you have followed through to this time, I want you to give this video a like if it has actually been beneficial to you. Give it a like because every time we post strategies that enables you to grow your video in the most profitable way ever. Okay, so give this video a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel in order for it to encourage us to do more. Okay, so now there's another settings that I told us about, that this setting, if you don't turn it off, your channel, even if it has been performing wonderfully well, if you don't turn off that settings, it's going to actually affect your channel totally, and the views that you have been getting, everything will just go down. So there is one you need to turn off. So you need to turn off automatic doubling. Okay, now this is one this setting is one setting that nobody is actually telling you about. Nobody is telling you about this setting. So it's a setting that you need to actually turn off. And I'm going to show us how to turn off. So Now, this is one nobody is talking about: automatic doubling. YouTube have started automatically generating dubbed audio tracks, okay, in other languages for some creators. Sounds good, right? Not always. Why automatic doubling can hurt your channel? Here is the problem, okay? So here's the problem. If YouTube pushes your automatically dubbed version to audiences who, number one, don't understand your content style, don't engage, don't watch long, your retention drops. So your retention drops. If watch time drops, just like I'm going to show us in this our in this my channel. Let me go to one of my channel. So you come to my channel here, you want to go to your analytics, go to analytics, and from analytics, want to check for, okay, so let's leave this video that we have. Let's go back to our normal channel. I just want to show us something. So here, want to come to our analytics. From our analytics, this is how our channel has been faring in the past. So if you look at it, here it was very high. Okay, here are the, okay, so and then it started going downwards, 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 downwards until now it's very low. So let me show us another area that you need to check. Just come to your audience, you look at your audience retention. So you can see it actually started growing from here. It started going from here, right? Then when it got to this point, it started going down. Okay, so you don't want that for your channel. You don't want that to happen to your channel. So that's why I'm showing you all these settings that we need to turn on and the one that we actually need to turn off. Okay, so now, so automatic doubling. So YouTube has started automatically generating dubbed audio tracks in other languages for some creators. Sounds good, right? Not always. Why automatic doubling can hurt your channel? Here is the problem. If YouTube pushes your automatically dubbed version to audiences who, number one, don't understand your content style, they don't engage with your content, they also don't watch long form content, okay, your retention drops. If watch time drops across certain audiences, the algorithm rates this video is not performing strongly, and that weakens expansion. Also, automatic doubling is not always accurate if translations sound robotic and unnatural. Viewers will click off. So that hurts your audience retention, just like you can see here. So here, this was going up, then at a point it started going, dropping, 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 and now it's actually at zero. So you don't want this to happen to your channel. So audience retention, okay, drops. It hurts your audience retention. Average view duration also is affected. Then viewer satisfaction signals also is not also there. So now, and this size matters more than ever in 2026. So how to turn it off now in this place in order for your views not to be lost. Just like you can see here, I don't have audience again. The audience retention has gone down. So before I discovered it, I had to do a lot of research. I have to search on Threads, search on YouTube, search different creators. Most people are facing the same challenge, but they don't know. So I just discovered that that is what has actually been killing my views all along. So my content naturally do have high impressions. So look at it here, 73.1K impressions. Okay, out of it, the view is like 12K. Okay, which I know I can do more for the channel, but you can see now our impression click-through rate is just 3.9, which is very poor. And our average view duration is 9.01. So how do you turn off this setting? This setting that is actually harming your channel, that's actually doing more worse, more harm to your channel than good. How do you turn it off? I'm going to show us how to turn it off. How to turn it off. So go to your YouTube studio, okay? From your YouTube studio, let's check. You come to your YouTube studio, right? So already we are in our YouTube studio, okay? So from your YouTube studio, you go to your settings, okay? So normally from your settings, you have to go to your upload defaults, okay? Or video details if available. So you have to go to your upload defaults, or video details if available. But now when you come to these, your upload defaults, you can check over here. There is nothing like yeah, under this default, we have our description, we have our visibility, we have our tags, which is very important. Then the next thing you want to check for, your, okay, so you want to check for your advanced settings. Check under your advanced settings. What we're actually looking for, we are looking for um we are looking for automatic doubling. So you check your advanced settings. Under advanced settings, you are seeing automatic chapters, who some creators also say automatic chapters is not good for them. Okay, but I don't see anything wrong in it yet. Okay, because I have not started using timestamp for my video, so I just let the AI do the automatic chapters for me. But that's not what we're looking for. We're actually looking for automatic doubling. So it's not actually under this upload default. So let's go to our channel. You come to your channel, right? So under your channel, you are going to see keywords for your channel, which is fine. Then we want to check our advanced settings under our channel. So under your channel, you want to scroll down to where you are going to see automatic default. Here we have audience. Your video is not made for kids. Then this is your where you can add your Google AdSense linking. Then here, automatic captions. Then here we have automatic doubling. So if this automatic doubling is checked, or you can see that it's enabled, make sure that you toggle it off. Make sure that you toggle it off by unchecking the box. Okay, so make sure that you toggle it off by unchecking it off. So look for automatic doubling or audio tracks. So those are the things you're going to look for, either automatic doubling or audio tracks. So I've seen automatic doubling. Let's check for audio tracks if you're going to see audio tracks as well. So let's go to the bottom, clips, audio quality enhancement, and other settings. So that is fine. So we cannot see audio track there, but we have seen automatic doubling. So disable automatic doubling if you haven't manually optimized translation. So if you have not manually optimized translation, so let's come back to our automatic doubling. So here you come over here now. They say that manually review dub before publishing. So review dub in all languages, review dub in experimental languages only. These languages are more likely to contain translation errors. So you can see what it's saying. These languages are more likely to. So you want to make sure that at all times you want to turn it off. You don't need that for your channel. Then you disable automatic doubling if number one, you haven't manually optimized translation. The next one, you don't target those languages strategically. So there are certain languages that, for instance, if my content is actually made for Africa, okay, I don't need to now translate my content into Spanish or French, for instance, because my content might be limited to a certain region. So that is one of the reasons why automatic doubling is actually not good for your channel. Okay, so you don't target those languages strategically. So control your audience testing. Don't let YouTube experiment with your retention. Now, why small settings matter? So that's the next thing we're looking at. Most creators think growth is about better thumbnails, better editing, better camera. Though those things are actually good, truly. But growth is also about smart distribution control. You can make a good video, but if the system doesn't test it properly, it dies quietly. So it dies. So once you're done with that, you can quickly go and click on save. And once you save it, you can click on close. Now, you know, most creators think that better thumbnails does it. And if you go to our channel, check the thumbnails that we've been having. We have very fantastic thumbnails and we have very fantastic titles. Okay, our videos are actually suggested to the algorithm. Actually, they're actually suggested to creators. So look at our thumbnails; they're actually very beautiful and all that. Okay, but thumbnails alone is not actually enough. So better thumbnails is good, better editing is good, better camera angle is also good. But growth is also about smart distribution control. You can make a good video, but if the system doesn't test it properly, it dies quietly. Okay. Now, and you will blame the algorithm when it was just a toggle. Okay, it's just a toggle that you need to always work on. Now, reality check moment now. If your views are stuck, for instance, if your view are stuck, if your impressions are inconsistent, for instance, to get your impressions, to get all those things, just come back to your um to your channel, come back to your channel, come back to uh come back to your channel, then also make sure that you are in your YouTube studio. So just like I'm going, check your YouTube studio. And once you're in your YouTube studio, then you want to check your analytics. Under your analytics, this is where you're going to get all the things that you actually need. So come and check your analytics. And under your analytics, you're going to see the overview for your channel. So your channel under this, my channel got 12,319 views in the last 28 days. So you want to check. So if your view are stuck, if your impressions are inconsistent, if your subscribers aren't seeing your uploads, right? Go check these three settings today. Two should be turned on, while one should be turned off. It's simple but very powerful setting. So it's a simple but very powerful setting. So now let's now see. Comment below if comment optimize. Okay, after you check your settings. So once you have done all those settings that I mentioned you to do, the first one is to check it under your content by going to your content, check your videos, and click to edit your video. Then when you click to edit your video, make sure that you scroll to the bottom to where you have YouTube license, where you have this, let me see, you have this standard YouTube license. So you make sure that underneath these two settings are toggled on. Is very important. Then you need to comment optimize after you check your setting. I want to see those who is serious about growth. If you want to grow on YouTube in 2026, you must stop thinking about a content creator and start thinking about a strategist. Okay, so start thinking about strategies that works, strategies that can take you to the next level. Not thinking like a content creator, but think like a master planner, a strategist, because the algorithm doesn't reward effort, it rewards signals. Okay, it actually reward signals. It rewards signals. So, and I'm here to help you control those signals. Subscribe if you are serious, and watch this next video on your screen, because there is another hidden mistake that's silently limiting your reach. Let's grow together. Okay, see you in the next content. Make sure that all the settings that I say you should turn on and the one I say you should turn off have been turned on and off. So these two settings, make sure they are turned on. And then the last settings that you're going to see under settings, and under either your upload default or your channel, make sure that that setting is actually toggled off, and which is called automatic dubbing. Okay. So on that note, we hope to see you in the next section where we shall be giving you more tips and strategies on how to grow your channel. Stay tuned. Don't forget to give us a like. Don't also forget to give us a thumbs up. We hope to do more next time together. Thank you and goodbye. See you. God bless.